Greetings, I am author and internet freelancer Zachary Fennell. This past weekend marked 10 years to the date I graduated high school. I commemorated the occasion on Facebook by saying, I'm delighted by how far I've come since high school. Yet, I must admit while typing that up, I found an inner voice asking, how far have you come? I'm single, I have no kids, currently I'm still living with my parents, I have no house. All the traditional milestones that seem to consume my Facebook news feed, I have none of. But you know what? How far I've come is something more valuable than a house, and at least equally as important as having someone to love. Personal growth. I've gone from someone embarrassed and ashamed over his cerebral palsy to a leader in the CP community. Leadership that emerged from penning my teenage memoir Off Balance and co-hosting the live weekly cerebral palsy Twitter chat CP Chat Now. For those of you, that's every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Essentially, over the last 10 years, I've come to embrace my disability. Really, words don't do this incredible 180 justice. And I'm not making this video to brag. In a weird way, I'm doing the opposite. I want to acknowledge and put my past vulnerabilities in the spotlight. Why, you ask? Because I think it's easy to become wrapped up in who I've become. You know, I've caught myself giving advice during CP Chat Now where I just basically promote positivity and how you need to accept yourself for who you are, which is great advice in theory. We don't live in theory though. No, we all live in a reality where emotions can tear apart that logic. Allow me to illustrate. Last month I wrote a blog post for Handicap This Production t-shirt. Speaking up so inclusion thrives. The core piece of advice you can probably deduce from the title. Speaking up when you need something. Seems simple, right? I mean, this is something I do current day without much thought. For example, let me take you back to February. I went on the Great Lakes Brew Tour with a couple of friends. During the tour, you get 2 beer samples. Right after, they take you down a set of stairs to continue the tour. Seeing how I need to hold a railing to go down steps, you see the problem? Beer in each hand, steps. With my friends' hands occupied with their beer samples, I had to ask the second staff, there were 2 Great Lakes Brew employees doing the tour, to take my samples downstairs for me. Well, sample. I did chug one of the samples in an attempt to help solve the problem. Anyways, the point is I spoke up and asked for help. In high school, I would have never done that because my negative emotions would have gotten the best of me. Of course, I wouldn't have been allowed on a tour of a brewery in high school, but still, let's not get lost in the details. My memoir Off Balance has story after story that illustrates how timid I was. Like sophomore year when Sammy invited me to go out to the Cleveland Auto Show with him and Brad. I had trouble keeping up with their faster pace. Instead of speaking up and saying, hey guys, can we slow down a bit? I stayed quiet, forcing myself to stay focused on keeping up. All because I was too embarrassed to say anything. As a result, I didn't enjoy the auto show as much as I could have. Really, by checking out Off Balance, you will garner a real appreciation for my personal growth since high school and how in the process I've come to embrace my disability. Please do give Off Balance a look. You will find it available on the Kindle, Nook, and any device that has the free Kindle app. And while Off Balance is my adolescent experience, I share it for you. I hope through sharing my story, I can encourage you. Because if I can go from shy, embarrassed kid with cerebral palsy to an outspoken leader in the cerebral palsy community. Just imagine what you could do. Now get ready to make your impact. First though, click on the Handicap This Production t-shirt to subscribe to my channel. Thanks. I'll see you later.